Good day, everyone. We will talk about the different teaching strategies that will promote emergent and basic literacy skills. I will give two. First is making connections and visualizing. So this is the first teaching strategy. So this is about reading is no exception. So when children read, they reminded of previously stored knowledge or schema. The books they read can be connected in three ways. First is text to self, reminding children of something that happened in their own lives. Second is text to text. So this is about when a book reminds them of another they have read. And number three is text to the world, when the text reminds them of something they've seen in the world at large. And always remember this: all readers makes the mental pictures or visualization of the world they read, and when the readers visualize the text clearly, they are then able to understand elements of the story such as plot in a much more deeper way. So that is the first teaching strategy, making connection and visualizing, which are connected in three ways. The first is text to self, text to text, and text to world. The next is questioning and inferring. All readers ask questions as they read. They wonder what will happen next or what a teacher is thinking. So first is by asking questions, children engage with the text and become more deeply involved, which allow them to understand and comprehend in a rich and powerful way. Second is point out the natural questions being asked in your head as you read the stories aloud to children, like creating a question chart for the books you read aloud and begin questioning pages in your students' reading notebooks. And always remember this: teachers should instruct inference by showing how students are already doing it on their own, reread some simple stories, and talk about what's in the text and what has been inferred. So the thing that is important about questioning and inferring is about asking questions about children, about the story they read, to give them more insights and more nutrients about the stories they read. Aside from that, questioning and inferring will lead to a more successful learning to the students, because they will reflect and understand more about the context.
Good day, everyone. So for today, we will discuss about the teaching strategies and how or what are the resources in these strategies. So first, we need to manage our classroom. Just as any well-managed classroom, setup is essential. First, configure the desk in such a way that you can see most of our screens. And you need to establish or display, teach and repeat your classroom rules and procedures when using devices. Students should be clear on their expected behavior and how to handle arising technology use issues. To help create this structure, number each device. Students will have a sense of ownership, and the numbering assists which technology support communications. So first, we have the cooperative learning. You need to encourage students of mixed abilities to work together by promoting small group or whole class activities. Through verbally expressing their ideas and responding to others, your students will develop their self-confidence as well as enhance their communication and critical thinking skills, which are vital throughout life. Solving mathematical puzzles, conducting scientific experiments, and acting out short drama sketches are just a few examples of how cooperative learning can be incorporated into class lessons. The second teaching strategy is inquiry-based instruction. Pose thought-provoking questions which inspire your students to think for themselves and become more independent learners. Encouraging students to ask questions and investigate their own ideas helps improve their problem-solving skills as well as gain deeper understanding of academic concepts, both of which are important life skills. Inquiries can be science or math-based, such as, why does my shadow change size? Or, is the sum of two odd numbers always an even number? However, they can also be subjective and encourage students to express their unique views. Example, do poems have to rhyme, or should all students wear uniforms? So, lastly, have a system for students. Any teacher with computer use experience knows the students' login headache. So, you need to help them to have this strategy more, not be complicated to them. That's all.
Hello my dear students, a good day to all. Before I start my discussion, I would like to ask a question. Are you ready to learn? Or am I ready to teach? Being ready in our every move is important for us to learn and to teach someone. How can I give knowledge to my students? Simply, I should be prepared before I start for me to have confidence that I can give my students knowledge. That's why we have many teaching strategies in order to give the quality learning for our students. Let me introduce to you one of the learning strategies we may use in teaching. One of the teaching strategy that promotes basic literacy skills is have plenty of practice. We all know that a saying, practice makes perfect. Students, especially child, don't get easily what we are teaching to them. We also know that acquiring knowledge don't happen overnight. So, we need to give them time to practice. Practice helps our students memorize or retain the knowledge and skills we teach to them. That is also a big opportunity for us teachers to know if they are having progress and check what they understand in the lessons we give to them. After that, we must provide our students feedback. After students done his works, we need to give them feedback on whether they did it right or they need to improve their works. This is to correct their mistakes, and we can also give them additional tips in their study on how they can improve what they are doing. Because as a teacher, we must give second chances for the students in order to them to succeed. These teaching strategies will be more effective if we have resources to provide knowledge to our students. That's how teaching resources will come into play. Our teaching resources should have easy access, must be flexible, and must keep in our changing world. Especially nowadays that we are in a blended learning or in an online setup of learning, we could use the PowerPoint presentation and simply the simple test assessment to provide learning to our students in order to assist their improvements in or their progress in their learning process. This is the end of my discussion. I hope that you all got knowledgeable information from me. Again, a good day to all, and thank you my dear students.
There are different strategies that we teachers can use in order for children acquire basic emergent skills in their learnings. Hi, my name is Arvin Joshua Era, and I will cite two ways on how we can help students in their emergent skills in literary skills. Number one is the so-called read aloud. Reading aloud helps to develop a child's love of literature, increases their vocabulary, and exposes them to a wider variety of books. It is also an essential part of building crucial literacy skills from preschools all the way to middle schools.